I'm Carrie Adams, and you're listening to Carrie's Connoisseurs, coming to you from Solid Gold Podcasts. Here we talk to the movers and shakers, the drinkers, the dreamers, and all the people who make it happen in the liquor and luxury industries from around the world. Well, good morning, everybody. Today I have a special guest in my Carrie's Connoisseurs studio. His name's James Diack. James, hi. Thanks for joining me on Carrie's Connoisseurs.
Hello, Carrie. Hope you're having a good Friday morning.
I'm not having a good Friday morning, actually. It's been a very rushed and very pressured and very hectic, and the nicest part of it is sitting opposite you in the studio. How are you?
No, I'm the same. My beautiful vintage Jeep decided to blow a radiator this morning.
Ooh!
Yeah, so now it doesn't only take petrol by the litre, it takes water apparently too. At least water's cheap.
No, listen, it's not anymore. Because we don't have water.
Cheap, just not as readily available as one would hope.
Oh, James. Well, for anybody who doesn't know James, sorry for you. I've known James for a very long time. In fact, I said to somebody the other day, is part of the reason for some of this grey hair on my head. He and my son were sort of mates at school together when they were growing up being naughty. And James, amongst other things, which journey we can unpack today or at another stage, I'm not sure. James has won an award. He's a restaurateur. He's actually a chef and a restaurateur. He's one of the best chefs that we have in the country. And we're just proud of him. He just does extremely well. And he's just received an award from the JHP Gourmet Guide, which we're going to hear about. Because on my Connoisseurs podcast, we talk about luxury, unashamed luxury, and good food and good wine certainly forms part of that. So, James, congratulations. Tell us about your award.
Okay, so it falls under the Jenny Handy Awards, the JHP Awards. And so Jenny set out a number of years ago to put a South African rating system on international benchmark. So as opposed to just giving people a high five and putting them in certain awards, she put together certain criteria against international standards. And I think she is the benchmark awards in the country now.
Okay. So where do people go? Is it a digital magazine that they can download? Is it one that you can buy at exclusive books or at the airport? How do we get this Gourmet Guide?
So it's both. You can download it. She actually won a massive international award in 2023, well, for the 23 edition, for it being one of the best online gourmet guides in the world.
Yes, I saw that.
So you can download it. I know there is a print format that does come out.
Well, I looked at it and online when I knew that I was going to be chatting to you, and it's hugely impressive. I mean, it's beautifully put together. I was sort of involved in the production of a magazine, if you remember, when Classic took over Wine Magazine. And yes, we published that magazine for a number of years, and the amount of time and effort and energy that goes into publishing a magazine of these proportions is huge. And the whole look and feel of it is beautiful. It's beautifully sort of laid out, and the illustrations are gorgeous, and the editorial is good. So it's something I think that everybody should have on their phone is a Gourmet Guide app. I assume there's an app so that you can sort of go around the country.
Yeah, there is an app. And it guides you through the rating process and the relevance of the restaurants and who's there. And I think where Jenny's so great is she involves the industry. So if you don't get an award that you're looking for, like if you're going for a plate, or if you're going, she gives you the feedback for you to up your game and get in line with what she's looking for.
Mm.
And I think that's a great way to grow chefs, because we all love to win awards and sometimes we miss out and we don't know why. So how do you then recalibrate and realign yourself if you aren't aware of where you drop the catch?
100%. So the haute performance is what?
Yes.
Means what?
So do something a bit different to get the Hort performance. So there are a number of categories in the Hort performance. We won it for Providence, which has always been my calling card. Which it's been a journey since I opened Coops, if you can believe it, 14 years ago.
Was it 14 years ago?
It's a lovely chance for us to get to sort of showcase what we do. We are a farm to fork community involved project. That's what we do.
So let's tell everybody what you're busy doing at the moment, because you're forever reinventing yourself. You don't stand still for too long in any one place. Grass doesn't grow underneath JMO's feet. What are you doing at the moment?
So, Carrie, I obviously took a significant loan during COVID. I basically lost all my funds. We, through the grace of a very kind landlord, left us with the old casino, and we rebuilt ourselves there. And then this year, I was put in touch with people I know, the Peaches, James and Vicky at the Basalt, and they were looking for a residency at their fine dining restaurant, the Peach, called the Basalt the Peach, and I decided to pitch a Providence-based farm-to-table fine dining restaurant.
So you're basically running Basalt, which is the restaurant at the Peach Hotel in Dunkel. Well, it's not. It's Birdhaven, hey?
No credit for that. I'm the food offering. So it's a collaboration between the Peaches and myself and an amazing team. And we collab to put out a fine dining offering.
And is it open every day there for lunch and dinner, or how does it work?
So I'm there Wednesday through Saturday for dinner service, seating between 6:30 and 8. And we run you through and it varies between a 7 and a 6-course tasting menu, depending where we at and what we're serving. And our menu changes every 5 to 6 weeks.
And JMO, how's it going? I mean, is it full? Are you busy there?
It's a lot busier than I thought I'd be.
Is it?
I didn't know. I've been out of the fine dining game since I left Richard Carstens in Cape Town in 2008. And I obviously came back to find my own feet and refined dining and farm to table through Cubes and Il Contadino and the National, Federal, and Douglas and Hale. And getting back into fine dining was a journey, and I'm certainly growing as a chef, and we're growing with our customers. It's incredible.
Yeah, because the restaurant business in South Africa anyway, and I do happen to know across the world, is changing monthly. You know, the requirements are very different now to what they were when you first started your restaurants. Il Contadino still remains one of my favorite go-to places. It's still open every day?
Every day. So, except Mondays. We lunch and dinner Tuesday to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast, lunch and dinner Friday, Saturday. And breakfast and lunch on the Sunday.
Sure. It's quite a punishing schedule that you've given yourself, James.
Carrie, you know what? It's after the hammering that I took over COVID, and I took it in a heavy financial and personal way. I'm just so grateful to have another go.
Yes.
And really show what we can do.
I think that things are changing. I think things are getting better. Don't you feel that maybe it's just because we won the rugby last weekend. I don't know, but it's just feeling a little bit better here. What do you think?
I think, Carrie, it's better in many ways. I think our outlook has to be adjusted, and I truly believe that we need to embrace our customers. I think if you just come for a coffee and a croissant or a 7-course at the Basalt, people are looking for perception of value.
Yeah,
and you need to look after everyone equally.
Yeah, you do. And I think that service levels need to be seriously looked at in this country, because for me, the only thing that really sets you apart, certainly in retail, well, there are two things, is offering and service. So,
100%.
but as you say, even if you're only offering a croissant that you've bought in from somebody else, it needs to be offered with love and passion and attention, and just offer it in the best possible way. I think service levels in South Africa really need to be, maybe across the world as well. Everybody's got a sort of an entitlement at this stage of the game. Your customer pays your salary at the end of the day. You better believe it.
No, 100%. But I think there needs to be an embracing of service culture. And I think that's from both customer and the person providing the service. I think there needs to be a respect shown both ways. And I think if there's that mutual respect, I think the actual experience is just heightened all around.
So now we're talking sort of casual luxury at Il Contadino and not so casual luxury at the Peach. Are people, how can I put it, are people still happy that there are nice levels of restaurant, or do we all have to sort of sing off the same hymn sheet, which is what's happening in every industry across the world? Nobody's allowed to be better than anybody else. Everybody has to be the same. If you stick your head up, head and shoulders above the rest, does it help or impede you?
I think, Carrie, I think something that I've learned through fine dining is you're putting yourself on the plate. And people are obviously entitled to their opinions, and you have to respect people's opinions, and take what you can from every complaint or misconception and take it as a positive, grow from it, good or bad. But you got to really embrace the customer, as you said, and there are fewer customers. So I think this is the era of love your customer or don't love your business. I think but that being said, Carrie, I think you got to stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Oh, do definitely. What you do well.
You have to stick to your knitting. As soon as you get out of your lane, unless you've really, really made a very, very big in-depth sort of journey into changing your lane, don't do it. Just stick to your lane. You know what you do best. JMO, tell me something. The JHP Gourmet Guide, they sort of cite themselves as being the country's top guide of this description, and they subscribe to international standards. With that in mind, what's ever happened about Michelin star ratings in South Africa?
So Carrie, the JHP guide is built on the back of the Michelin, and their rating criteria isn't much different.
Okay.
But I think the Michelin guide got a bit loose because they were built for Europe. If you remember, the structure was 1-star, warranted a stop, 2-star was warranted a detour, and 3-star warranted a trip. That's it. It was Michelin trying to sell tires. And then all of a sudden there were Michelin stars in America and there were Michelin stars in the East. And I think Jenny did the right thing where she went the Australian route and they never took Michelin on. They went 1 hat, 2 hat, 3 hat, but they drew it up to criteria in their own country.
Okay.
And I think that is absolutely invaluable.
Yeah, it's true. It does sort of make it, it validates it within the country, really, doesn't it? So
100%.
So her criteria that have to be met for, say, 1 plate, what does that equal?
Yes. So 1 plate is exceptional food, exceptional service on an exceptional environment on a consistent basis. And that's where I really respect JHP. It's based on consistency alone. They don't have a judging period.
Okay.
So they don't say we are judging your restaurant from January to April or whatever, like some guides do. they do it over the whole year, and they just drop in and they just check consistency. And I think
And do you
consistency
know
is
that
key.
they're coming? Do you know they're coming, or do they have a whole lot of...
So this year was different for me because they let us know she was coming because of my recent appointment to the Basalt. So she just wanted to see because the Basalt was a two-plated establishment last year, and then Chef Candice left to continue her food journey, and so they just came to, I suppose, check up on us and just see what my ethos was going forward. So I
Okay,
think that's why we qualified for a Horse Performance Award because it was a recent appointment. We
okay,
still have to find our consistency.
okay. You will. And you're pretty much enjoying what you're doing there, hey? We're not going to hear that you've moved to Kathmandu in 6 months' time and you're opening up
No,
an
I don't
ashram.
think me and four dogs and me will be moving anywhere soon. But no, we good.
JMO, congratulations.
Yes,
We're very proud to have you. And you and David Higgs. And I shouldn't be
yes.
so exclusive. There are a lot more of you as well. But you two are just two of my very favorite boys in the kitchen. You stay in Gauteng, which is so brilliant. So thank you for us. Everybody else buggers off to Cape Town or the bush or New Bethesda or something. And and something trendy. I love that you stayed in Johannesburg and you look after all of us. So thank you for that. But before I say goodbye to you, you and I have always for many years done on whatever show that I've been involved with.
Yes.
What's Chef James doing for Christmas?
So Christmas is always a very cool time for Chef James because he goes away with the family, and
I know.
obviously being the chef, I'm the designated cook. So we always go to our beach house. So it's a bit of a Christmas hybrid, I suppose.
Okay.
So there'll be some beautifully sustainably farmed oysters on the Christmas table. We then take
Why
down some of our
can't we have wild ones anymore?
I just think for me, I think, I've got this very interesting concept of fish farming and wild. And if you can get an equal product that doesn't hurt the environment, let the wild be the wild. The wild needs to heal.
Yeah.
And farmed is the band-aid that the sea needs right now.
Very good point. So we're gonna have some sustainably farmed oysters. We like that. I like
Yeah, so some
oysters.
sustainably farmed oysters. We'll then move on. I always go deep sea fishing.
What do you do with your oysters? Just by the way, do you just take them out the water and eat them?
So lime, a bit of shallots and red wine vinegar, and some freshly baked bread. Simple.
Good enough to eat. What are we doing
Yeah.
then?
Then we'll do we'll have some beautiful fish. We'll do ceviche of some kind, either tuna or dorado.
Do you catch it yourself?
Yes.
With a spear? You were about to tell me you go spear fishing. Do you catch those things with a spear?
No. Deep sea. So on a rod. No. Carrie, I'm not a great swimmer. So we go fishing every week when we're down there. So we'll have some form of fresh lionfish, and then we pull out the bright side classics.
Do you?
So we'll take a beautiful pork belly down. We'll gammonize it. So we'll boil in a bit of ginger beer, honey, glaze it, and roast it in the oven. And then we'll do some roast duck.
Roast duck.
Roast duck. No
You.
turkeys on the farm. They're too stupid.
You are Mr. Roast Duck. I love your roast duck. So, no Christmas pudding, no traditional Christmas cake. Are you going to make a pudding?
No, so generally that falls into mom's hands.
Okay.
And Janet's not renowned for her baking. So Jen will probably be a Woolworths Christmas pudding with some beautiful homemade ice cream. She does make beautiful old school hand whisked condensed milk ice cream.
I do
And
too.
then and a beautifully brandy infused bought Christmas cake.
Don't. Tell her not to buy the Christmas cake. I am baking Christmas cakes on Sunday. And
Will you let Janet know?
I'll bake you, Diacks, a Christmas cake for Christmas this year.
Amazing.
Done. Deal. That's to say thank you for talking to me on Carrie's Connoisseurs. You're a champion. You're an absolute darling. We love your restaurants. We love your food. Can anybody still hire you for private chefing, by the way? Or don't you have time for that anymore?
So we do have a private company called Il Shingale, meaning the wild boar. And we do functions from 8 to 20. And that's more bespoke fine dining chefs at home.
Okay. And they can get hold of you via Il Contadino or the Peach.
Via Il Contadino or my email address, coods@foods.co.za, which is my personal email.
Okay. My darling James, we're proud of you. You never, ever disappoint us. Have a brilliant... I'll see you before Christmas, I'm sure. Even if only to give you your Christmas cake.
And we'll catch up.
Yes. Okay, my darling. Lots of luck and lots of love. We're very, very pleased for you with your award.
Thank you so much, Carrie.
Cheers. Bye.
Another production from Solid Gold Podcasts.